Alright guys, me and the girls, we are on our way to pick up half a cow from the butcher. Some people that we know through some people and all that had half a cow available, and we are on our way to go get it from the butcher. This is not your typical I would say meat cow. This is one of them brown cows. The other farmer gives me junk for buying a brown cow. We've bought half a cow from the same guy before, and burger's burger, dude. Right?
Yeah.
You guys would not believe this wind again. In fact, I'll probably be doing another voiceover. All right. So this is the half a cow that we got. We'll get it loaded up here, get it home, get it laid out for you guys. Also, we'll take a look at how much we owe the farmer and how much this comes out to grand total for us. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, so I'm going to splice this in and mention it here real quick. This is a Jersey cow, and that was my reference to a brown cow earlier. But we've been really happy with it, and as you'll see later on in the video, the size, the hanging weight, everything works out perfect for us for our freezers and everything else. We've really had no complaints. This is our second time getting a Jersey cow, and I mean, we're happy with it, real happy with it. Boom! There it is, all laid out. Let's go take a look at this. The price that we pay is it's ridiculously cheap. Ridiculously cheap. In fact, I encourage you guys to try and find something in your area like this, because we'll break down the numbers here in a minute. All right, so here it is, all laid out. There's actually a smaller cow, not huge hanging weight, so even half, we got half a cow, so and our hanging weight was 257. So I mean, it would have been 500 bucks or 500 pounds for the whole cow. But still, this is exactly what we got last year, weight-wise. Last year, I think we were 250 on the nose. But so what did it get us? It got us 88 pounds of ground beef, which is fantastic because that is what we mostly use. Be watching for some beef canning, ground beef canning videos coming out. We got 5 packages of stew meat. Ooh, maybe some canned beef stew videos coming as well. We got about 5 of these chuck roasts. We got a whole bunch of these short ribs. A nice rump roast. T-bones and porterhouses. Beef sirloin tip steak. Beef sirloin steaks. This will feed us good for a while. This is actually like a perfect size for us because of all the pork that we have in the freezer, all the chicken that we do. You guys know how much pork and chicken we do. We put a lot away. And this is a nice compliment, this pound of beef right here. One thing we don't have in the freezer this year that we did last year that helped out is I did not get any venison this year. So we'll see how it stretches this year. But there we go. We got some good eats there, folks. This is mostly grass-fed beef. He does like to grain them at the end a little. But that's fine. I'm fine with it. This is meat in our freezer. Okay, let's break this down for you guys. We're paying the farmer $2 per pound hanging. All right. The hanging weight was 257. That comes out to $514 that we owe the farmer. Now, the butcher cost us $153.43. So that gets us to $667.43. So that's how much we paid grand total for all this beef, $667.43. Now, let's take that and divide it by the hanging weight. And that's going to equal out to $2.60 per pound. That's what we paid for all this meat. This this porterhouse right here, $2.60 a pound. I have no idea what rump roasts go for, but this rump roast, $2.60 a pound. Sirloin tip steak, $2.60 a pound. That's it, folks. That's what it's at right there. You just can't get any cheaper than that. Ground beef in the store is what? I don't even know nowadays. It's been so long since we bought meat. But I believe it's around $3 a pound. I mean, so financially, this is a great deal to be putting in the freezer. So here's another reason that this size of cow is great for us. Pretty much just filled this freezer, well, at least down there, there, and there, with that half a cow. Now, if you saw our pantry video, this freezer was running low and we showed you the other freezers. I'll show you the other freezers right now as well, because again, 2 other freezers holding tons of meat. This size cow for us is perfect freezer space wise. Oh, let's look in the pork freezer. Look at this thing. Oh my, now some of this can be condensed, all right? I mean, this isn't like our sausage is getting low. We still have lots of ground pork, although that's, relatively speaking, that's not a lot. Bacon I made. Bacon the butcher made. Thank goodness. Jenny and the kids really like that bacon that I made. We still got roasts and ham over here. There's another ham. So anyways, this freezer right here, as you can see, I could rearrange stuff. We could really pack stuff in and get more in there, but this is our full pork freezer. All right? And then right behind me is the chicken freezer. There's those 2 freezers. Here is the chicken freezer, which is actually getting pretty low. And there is other stuff in here as well. I mean, got some lard. We have tons of rendered lard right now, so I don't need to render anymore. Some cookie dough stuff from some fundraising stuff with the kids at school. Actually, there's quite a bit of lard in here. As you can see, our chicken is actually running pretty low. So looking in this freezer, I could actually get a lot in here. But as soon as we butcher chickens again, this thing's full. It's just how it is. So I'm glad we have 3 freezers. I'm glad we have tons of meat, and I'm glad we got a little bit of beef. It's not a ton of beef, but man, for us, I think it's good. It's real good. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. That is our ground beef. We always love picking up this meat. And I'd like to stress again, we have not, for years now, we have not bought meat out of the grocery store. Don't get me wrong, there's those special occasions, and we're not all prudy about it either. I mean, if we need some meat, we'll go buy it. I love buying my lunch meats too. I've also been experimenting with making my own lunch meats. But overall, generally speaking, we do not have to go grocery shopping for meat. We produce all of our own chicken, we produce all of our own pork, and when we run out of those, we pretty much don't eat them. I mean, that's just how it's become. And it's not a, we don't want to go buy it, it's just how it's become. And then beef. We've been out of ground beef for a pretty long time now, I think. I think we've been out of ground beef for a while. And that's actually why our ground pork is a lot lower than it used to be, because we were just using ground pork, or we were using whatever. Anyways, this is a nice fit for us. This is a nice fit for us. This will last a year or so maybe, combined with all the pork. I mean, we got a ton of pork in that freezer right there. And with all the chicken, it's good. It's good. And for our price, for us, $2.60 a pound. Boom! Are you kidding me? All right, I encourage you to go source some locally grown beef. Get it straight from the farmer. Find somebody that you trust. Find exactly what you want. I think my $2 a pound with this farmer is extremely cheap. All right, guys, this is actually the next day. Jenny is marinating and preparing some of these beautiful steaks. Oh, I can't wait to have these. These look really good. But that is fresh from Jerome Country Market.